Good morning, mi gente. It's 9 a.m. I know gay people and an LGBTQ plus Kiki at 9 in the freaking morning. Well, that's why I'm still in bed. Me? I'm FayWhat! And welcome back to the FayWhat Show, the only show where we spill the queer tea from my bed. This program was created by Hotspots Happening Now, and the FayWhat Show is America's first LGBTQ plus morning show, and I'm broadcasting live and also available on demand. In 2025, our Hotspots magazine celebrates 40 years of documenting the LGBTQ plus experience. It's the largest publication of its kind in Florida and one of the oldest in America. Happening Now Television Network's Queer News Tonight is celebrating over 11,000 television stories and more than 11 million streaming views so far in 2025. It's the most watched LGBTQ news and information show in the world. Hotspots Happening Now will be producing some of the most incredible LGBTQ plus events, including Pride Fort Lauderdale, Wilton Manor Stonewall Pride, and Pride Fete. We represent the same model of PBS and NPR. We are a nonprofit 501c3 organization whose mission is to educate and serve the LGBTQ plus community. It is Tuesday, October 14th, 2025. We have lots of fun things to talk about, so come on, let's go.
Gay boys, hashtag that girl. Sunbeams, drag queens, L-word. Is that girl the girl of all our dreams? She's everything that every girl should be. Aqua, South Beach, hashtag that girl. Pride-filled, tea-dance, Wilton. Is that girl Latina, but she's universal too. If you find a girl to love, only one girl to love, then she'll be that girl too. That girl.
She's back! My friend Jen Criz is back in bed with me, and I couldn't be happier. So Jen is the board vice chair of the Outshine Film Festival, and she is just an incredible, incredible human, and I adore her. So I'm excited about having her back in bed with me. So the 17th annual, Outshine LGBTQ plus Film Festival will take place from October 16th to November 2nd, celebrating queer storytelling and resilience across Fort Lauderdale, Miami, and online. So you could watch it from wherever you at, all right? The fall edition runs October 16th through 23rd in Fort Lauderdale and October 24th through 26th in Miami. For everyone at home, you can also see films online from October 27th through November 2nd via Outshine at Home, right? So maybe you don't have anything going on for Halloween and you want to stay home and watch these incredible films, you'll be able to. The festival will open with Blue Moon starring Ethan Hawke at Savor Cinema, Fort Lauderdale, followed by a lively after party at Masa and more. Over the next 2 weeks, Outshine will host spotlight screenings, special events, and premieres from more than 25 countries with 55 plus films, after parties, and its signature cocktails and cinema series. Outshine will unite audiences to laugh, cry, and celebrate diversity. What do you think about that? Do you think that sums it up?
Wow.
Right?
The enthusiasm, I absolutely love. You have so much enthusiasm for Outshine. I love that about you.
Listen, I love Outshine. I can't believe that it's been 17 years. Like, I was going to ask you that. Like, does that even sound right?
It doesn't sound right. It sounds like, I feel like it's fewer. No, I think it's more, actually, because didn't we start in 1998?
I thought so, too.
Oh, my God.
I thought so, too.
I think it's 17 years in Fort Lauderdale.
I think that's what it
is.
is.
27 years in Miami, which is nuts.
Which is nuts. Oh. And just think about, the fact that our queer spaces are slowly being taken away, right? And, like, you folks have heard me from this bed talk about Outshine Film and the feelings that you get in a theater with other like-minded people. There's a sort of energy in that movie theater that you won't feel anywhere else, that you can't get at home. And it's okay, please watch Outshine at home. But you know what I mean? Like, there's something about being in this room with LGBTQ plus people, with our allies, with our supporters, all laughing at the same things, getting the inside jokes that others might not. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what Outshine brings every year.
It really does. And I think my favorite, it's interesting you say, yes, watch it at home, but only if you physically can't leave your house. Like if you're flooded in or if there's some sort of a emergency situation. But otherwise, please come out, because the truth is we never get to go to a movie theater. And we're talking about really nice theaters here. We're talking about Savor Cinemas. We're talking about Silver Spot in Miami. these are world-class theaters. And how often do you get a fully gay audience or fully gay-friendly audience? And you're right, we laugh at the same things, we cry at the same things. You don't get to have that. So it's special for us.
It is. And now more than ever, I mean, they're erasing our crosswalks. We're in Florida where we're constantly under attack.
That just happened in South Beach. Can you believe it? Ocean Drive.
God. And just to see the video, I was away when it happened. And just to see the blocks being basically chipped up and blown away like nothing hurt so much. So to see our representation on screen means so much, you know?
We need it all the more now.
When other organizations are pulling back, Jen, when other organizations are trying to be silent because they're afraid, right? Yeah. The fear is real. The Outshine Film Festival is like, hey, we're here, we're queer, we are representing all the letters, and what you gonna do about it? You know what I mean? Where does that come from?
Well, I have to say it has not been easy this year in particular. It has been an impossible year for getting grants, sponsorships, all of that. And thank God, I always love to talk about my dear Mark. Mark really pulled it all together for us this year. As usual, he really went almost door to door and got people to donate. He got organizations to step up and everything like that. This is a really important thing to keep going.
Yeah.
And Mark has really taken the lead on doing that. So God bless you, Mark.
God bless you, Mark.
Yeah. I hate to say something nice about you, but
it hurts her. Like, you can see, like, her feet are tapping while she's saying it because it's like,
I'm pinching myself on the side just so that I don't scream while I do it. But but I do love him so much. He works so hard.
Do. I know. He does. He really is Outshine, and we love him for it. So, we go to Outshine Film Festival every year to laugh, to cry, to get educated, right? We're going to talk about a couple of our favorite films that we're looking forward to seeing. How about that? Jen has already seen them, and, I get the trailers, and I'm like, oh my God, this one looks exciting. This one looks fun, and then we schedule out so we can go to all the films that we want to because it's a fun time. And by the way, you can see a film one day at 2 p.m. and the other day at 7 p.m. There are so many different times and dates and fun events to do that there's a possibility, no matter what your schedule is, to go and enjoy a couple of films.
Yeah, we have 11 days of films. So,
I love
take
that.
the week off.
Take the week off. We've worked too hard. So me and Jen usually talk about the girl films, right? Because, we're girls.
We are.
Yes. And we're those girls that are constantly surrounded by you boys.
Yes, and that's great. That's what makes us us. Yeah.
And also what makes us so patient and loving. Because we wouldn't be us without you gay boys.
And beautifully dressed.
And beautifully dressed.
Yes.
And fabulous.
Yes.
And reminded of what we wore twice. Because that's what you
Yeah, isn't that great? I love that. They're like, I love those jeans on you again.
Mind you, they've worn the same polo to like 4 events, right? But they saw a dress that I wore like a year ago to something else, and they're like, oh, I remember the last time you wore that dress.
Oh, isn't that interesting? Don't you love how guys will wear the tightest t-shirt and pair of pants every time, and then they'll just stare at you and complain?
Yeah.
About us.
About my dress.
But not my dear boys.
Not my dear boys.
No, they're so sweet.
My boys are so sweet. My boys are always telling me how beautiful and gorgeous I am.
Yeah, me too.
Sure, that's it.
They do.
No, they do, and they lift us up, right? Yeah. And again, we wouldn't be us without them, right? But that being said, we also are reminded that, it is LGBTQ+, right? And the L is there at the beginning, and the L is represented. And in a time where reproductive rights have been taken away from us, it's important to also give space to the lesbians and give space to the queer women who want to see themselves on screen.
Yeah, and I think it's important to note that it does start with an L for some reason. I don't know who put that in first.
I'll tell you why.
Do tell me.
You want to know? Okay, well, during the AIDS crisis, right, when many men were shunned by their families and weren't able to get the help and comfort from their family members because they were ousted for having this, virus that people didn't know too much about. Well, who came to the aid of the gay men were lesbians. Okay, there were a whole group of lesbian women. And because of that, they changed it to LG.
But who changed it?
Well, I don't know who exactly, but whoever started the whole acronym.
I want to speak directly to that person and just say thank you. Thank you for recognizing us for our moment of glory. And then it just stays forever. And now they can't get rid of that.
No, they can't. But
I love that.
But they've probably tried. But
We used to call it the Miami. It used to be called Miami Gay and Lesbian Film Festival,
Mm-hmm.
and then we started just calling it the Miami Gay and Lesbian. What did we call it? MIFO. It was called MIFO,
Mm-hmm.
and then it became Outshine. But I used to call it the Mark Gilbert Lesbian Film Festival because MGLFF.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a great way to remember.
yeah, Mark Gilbert Lesbian Film Festival. But now it's Outshine.
I think we should start that.
Let's go back to that.
So women's films. Let's talk about a couple of films that
Sure.
we're looking forward to enjoying. Again, you can see the schedule of films at outshinefilm.org. Correct? Com. Is it com? Oh, okay. All right. Outshinefilm.org. .com. Outshinefilm.com. All right. So look it up. And again, like I said, buy your tickets, schedule your time around that, right? There are shorts, there are comedies, there are women's films, there are documentaries, there are films from how many different countries? A ton. A ton. Okay. So you want to see yourself on screen, go to outshinefilm.com and do that. Okay. So let's talk about the women's films that are coming up that we're super excited about going to see. Gorgona.
Yeah.
Okay, like you were super excited about this one and you're like, no, Faye, this you've got to see.
Yes.
Tell me why.
Yes. First of all, not just you have to see this. Everyone has to see this. This is going to be loved by men, women, children, mostly men, women, not so much the children, but, well, they'd love it actually. But it's gay, straight, everybody's going to love it. It's sexy. It takes place in a dystopian Greek island in a time that petrol is all that matters, and everywhere in the world it's falling apart, and it's a time where it's totally patriarchal and it's run by a gang of men, and the leader is dying and he has to pick a successor. And by the way, the women in this film at the beginning, they're all just whores. That's it. That's the only value.
That was their use.
That was their only value to these guys, is just as whores. It's awful. And they were being traded for like a can of petrol.
Wow.
Like families would sell their daughters for that. Anyway, this woman, Maria, she is the lover of the leader, and he recognizes that she actually could be one of the successors. And so he kind of allows that. And it's very, very interesting to see how they treat her. And then she ends up meeting this other woman who somehow between the two of them, she unleashes this mystical power. And the word Gorgona in ancient Greek means Medusa.
Ah, okay.
And the word Gorgona in modern Greek means mermaid. And so it's interesting how she's quite both. And she does develop the power to kind of like with a stare, kind of not turn men to stone, but basically kill them. So it unleashes this power in her that it's...
I love that.
It's fanciful, it's cool, it's sexy.
And all that, and anything Greek I want to see,
Yeah.
like, and even with
yeah.
those undertones of like Greek goddess and that,
Has
and
a little Wonder Woman kind of feel
Yes.
to it as well.
Yes.
I
love that.
Yeah.
I love that. When is that film coming out?
That's the week after. So it's at the closing weekend in Miami at Silver Spot, the second Saturday. So that would be the 25th, I think.
I love that. Is that the one that you're going to have an after party for?
We're not having an
Okay.
after party for that. So you're just going to have to hang out with me.
No, but that's a lot of fun. And the thing is that this cinema is in downtown Miami. So there's so much to do right in that
So
little
much to do
vicinity
right
that you
after.
can go see the movie, go grab a bite, go grab a cocktail. Like, it's all right there. It's so perfect
And
to do
it's
that.
Silver Spot.
They
They also have a bar there.
They
so
also
a lot
have a
of times
bar.
after films, people hang out there and
Yeah.
have a good time.
Or watch the movie with a drink in your hand. I mean, it really doesn't get
You
no
can do
better.
that. You
I
can
mean,
even order food there and have them deliver it to your seat.
hello, okay?
Yeah.
Uber there, have a couple drinks, watch the movie, Uber home.
Yeah.
You might not be Ubering home alone. We'll leave it at that, all right? Another film that I wanted to ask you about, because it was centered around a Muslim family, and I was very interested in that.
Yes.
And a very proclaimed movie that has won a bunch of awards. It's The Little Sister.
Yes.
It's The Little
Yes.
Sister. Tell me about that.
So The Little Sister is a French film, and it takes place with an Algerian family that lives in the suburbs of Paris. And it's a very loving family, very religious family, and close family. And when the lead character, Fatima, I think, goes to college in Paris, she kind of being away from her family, being away from her church, she decides to explore a little, and she ends up falling in love with this girl who's Korean, and it shakes her world. And I think for anybody who has that experience, which a lot of times you don't realize who you are until you leave home.
Until you figure it out. Like, until something like that happens, you don't realize that. And you're shook in that way, you know?
And you have to face the identity of, here I am, you know, very religious person, and in her case, Muslim, and, you know, and it's not necessarily accepted, and how's my family going to react, and all of that. What happened with you when you were that age?
What do you mean?
Were you religious at all?
Well, my family is super religious. So I have always felt, damnation if you're going to go that route, right? You don't want to be like those people. They're going to hell, you know? So unfortunately, I was raised with a lot of fear, which is probably very similar to what she was, you know? You, like, when your mother's crying and saying, I don't want you to go to hell.
Right.
It touches something, because you're like, wait a minute, am I in the wrong, right? If my mom is crying for me not to go to hell, maybe I gotta further push this down.
Yeah.
Right? Which is not the right thing to do, BTW, right? We have to live for ourselves, not for our family. And I think that that's probably what she has to struggle with, especially in a country like that.
Well, I think that's part of what makes the film festival so important, is that they share these stories that you came to the conclusion on your own. But some people, they're younger, everything is environment, especially these days. It's just getting sometimes a little confusing. Who am I? You know, what's real for me? And I hate to say it, but it still is a fact that kids still, attempt suicide over these types of issues. So, love and acceptance is so important.
So important.
And then on top of that, having films that you can show for people and see and be like, I'm not alone.
Well, and also show it to somebody, show it to your parent, right? Show it to somebody that might relay that message to the powers that be, right? Because again, sometimes your parents are in that bubble.
Yeah. The power of film, really.
The power of film is incredible. And the fact that these folks, blood, sweat, and tears, right? And then to get this film to be played in Miami, in South Florida, in Fort Lauderdale, it's a beautiful thing. I got to ask you about one last women's film
let's talk about that other one, because it's a little similar.
I'm about to.
Tone.
Can I ask you about it?
But are you going to know which one I'm talking about? Because I gave you a bunch.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear it.
My Heaven, Your Hell.
Oh my God! Yes.
So can I finish what I was saying? God, Jen.
This
is why we could never have dated. Do you understand? Because she literally is like, can I just stop you right there?
Finish your sentences.
Yeah.
And
I know.
Not letting me.
Because you're in my head, Jen. Get out of my head.
That's why we would be good in a relationship, but we're both with other people.
Yes, we are. And we say thank you to both of them for allowing us to be in bed together.
Yeah.
And you both are so wonderful because you have us.
I know. I was just going to say why I love them is because of how they are with us. And
and how they're very well aware that we're beautiful and that we're a catch, and
and how lucky they are.
And how lucky they are. I mean, they just wake up every morning and open up their eyes and go, wow, Jennifer is freaking amazing. I'm the luckiest girl in the world. And my wife must wake up and go, wow, FayWhat is everything. I am so blessed. I should go make her coffee.
And even if they don't say it, they mean it. I know that they're thinking that.
Exactly.
Especially when I wake up and it's just the one eye open and I just kind of peer through the other eye and I'm like, she's so in love with me.
Oh my God.
Look at that.
100%. When she wakes up, when Teresa wakes up at 7:30 in the morning and I kind of put the blanket down and go, close the door. She knows how much I love her. And then I wake up at 10.
Well, see, but we know our partners so well.
There it is.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the women's film, okay? My Heaven, Your Hell.
Yeah.
Tell me about this. I love the title, by the way.
Yes. Well, of course, the title relates to how one of them is struggling religiously. So it's her hell that she's going through, and the other one is her heaven because she genuinely is very free about everything. But it takes place in Valencia, Spain.
Ooh, okay.
It's all
España.
Mm-hmm. And it's not just in Spanish; it's in Catalan too.
Oh, okay. I hate Catalan.
Well, it makes it a little more confusing when you're like, "I got this." No, you don't.
But you don't worry about it. You read the subtitles and you'll be fine. Trust me.
Subtitles are perfect.
Latinos, I'm talking to you, all right? Because you think you're going to know everything, and then once it gets to the Catalan, you're not going to know what the hell it is.
So bring your reading glasses.
Yes.
Just in case.
Yeah, and get there early so you can sit up close, because I have to.
And anyway, it takes place in Valencia, and it takes place in the 1960s and 70s. So it shows you the beginning of their relationship, how it starts. And one is, a high society woman who looks like Ava Longoria.
Oh, I love Ava Longoria.
Oh!
She's so hot.
So it's not Ava Longoria technically, but let's just say it's Ava Longoria in this film, and she is spectacular. And then she has a maid who she falls in love with and seduces, and they get right to the point.
I
It's
love
not one
that.
of those long drawn out situations.
Oh, yes.
The film moves, and then it they get caught, and
I love that.
and
The
so then
housekeeper's making the bed, and
and
then
then-
she's making her. Bum, bum, bum.
and that's exactly. Oh, don't ruin it. There is a bed making scene, and a bed scene, and but anyway, then it cuts to later. And the woman is now more involved with the church, and it just goes back and forth. She really struggles, and there's, the priesthood there takes a major role. My girlfriend actually she was watching it with me, and she's so smart. She notices everything. Like, I miss everything. She notices everything. And there was this scene with ants, and she looks, and you just see an ant crawl across, and, they're kind of like shaking off the ant and kind of like smushing the ant. And she's like, the ant represents the people, and the priest who's shaking it off represents how they control the people with the secrets that they get through confession,
Oh, wow.
as told by my Jewish girlfriend.
Oh, wow.
But isn't that interesting?
No, and it makes sense. It makes sense. Like, it opens up a lot more if you think about cults and places like that take your secrets and then use them against you to
Yes.
keep you there.
Yes.
Same thing. So your girl is super intuitive.
She's so smart.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, and funny.
Does she want you to do confession with her?
No.
Okay, good.
She doesn't care.
Good. All right. So if women's films are your thing, make sure that you go to
Yes.
outshinefilm.com and look them up. Okay. Like I said, there's rom-coms. There's so many other kinds of movies. My favorite movies, and I love musicals and I love foreign films, but documentaries are my shit. Okay.
Yes.
I love, in AA, we're taught to stay teachable, right? What I feel today might not be what I feel in a year because I've educated myself in some way, shape, or form, right? And documentaries allow you to do that, right? And so Outshine has some of the best documentaries I've ever seen on trans, on BIPOC. I have seen some amazing, amazing movies in the past. This year, one of the ones that I want to see, it's about the Wizard of Oz. It's Dorothy. It's Dorothy.
Yeah.
All right. And when I go cruising, and if you go on the back of the cruise, it'll tell you Friends of Dorothy, right? And that's where you get to meet other gay people if you're on the same cruise, right? And it's an ode to Wizard of Oz and Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz. So now the documentary is about what?
It's about the Wizard of Oz, and it's about the impact that the Wizard of Oz has had on countless people in countless generations. Do you know the Wizard of Oz was originally written in 1900?
Oh,
Can
wow.
you believe that?
No.
1900.
Holy crap.
And then in 1939, the Judy Garland movie, The Wizard of Oz, was done. And it has taken so many carnations since then. And, it's everything from that to TV series where they've gotten talent through that way. They have had a Black Wizard of Oz, everything has gone through it. And now Wicked in the more modern times. And it's just very interesting how it's shaped so many people's lives. And so you see a lot of interviews with people like Ashanti, who played she played Judy Garland's character, Dorothy. And so many others are interviewed. Rufus, what is his name? Rufus Wainwright? You know him. Oh my God. Anyway, he's in it. So many. And they have really interesting archival footage of Judy Garland. And they go through different things about Judy Garland that I didn't even know. And how, when it was very controversial when they chose her for the role, because she was something like 17 or 18, but the character was supposed to be like 13 or something, or maybe she was 15, and they were like, binding her breasts, to make her look younger. And, anyway, people are tough. It's a tough crowd out there.
Tough, even back then in the early 1930s, they were even harsher, it seems, than it would be now.
They had these entertainers on speed, basically, taking these pills so that they'd have lots of energy to perform. But it was like killing them and getting them horribly hooked on
Well, and Judy
On
Garland,
drugs.
unfortunately, it's known by many, and her documentary as well, that, that she had her issues with drugs and alcohol and stuff like that. And you're feeding them these meds to
kids.
stay up, and they're not even 20. You know what I mean? They're not even old enough to do anything. That has to have some kind of lasting effect. But they still worked on this incredible film that lived on and still lives on today. Yeah. So, I mean, they did something right in a really effed up situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, what would that film be without her being on drugs? We'll never know. We'll never know. Could have been a real bore. There could not have ever, we may not have Wicked today without.
Oh my God! And Wicked 2 is coming up in the next couple of weeks, so make sure you get ready for that.
You gotta see it. I love that. Have you seen that live?
Wicked?
Yeah.
At least 5 times.
I'm so happy to hear you say that.
At least 5 times. I'm a Jersey girl, so I would cut school and go and watch a matinee. Like, I am that person.
See, that play, or that musical, to me, is the most gay musical, in as much as everyone who's gay is kind of like the green character. We don't understand where we are in life until we go to Oz, and all of a sudden we're like, oh my God! We're normal. Everything's okay. It's like going to New York City for the first time if you grow up in Kansas. Yeah. And it moves me so much to see it. I love Wicked.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
And
I love it.
Incredible.
And the music's incredible. And it's hard because my favorite musical is Rent.
Oh, okay.
Right? Yeah. And again, gay people going through gay shit. You know what I mean? So,
Yes. And also Idina Menzel.
And also Idina Menzel.
Yeah, both times.
Wicked and Love her. Love her. Okay, so we got to see the documentary. It's Dorothy. When is that playing? Do you know?
I'll tell you. You're going to have to look on the website to know for sure. But it's October 18th.
Okay, October 18th. All right, outshinefilm.com. Make sure you check that out, okay? Now, I'm a big dog lover, so I saw Perro somewhere. The dogs go running through the streets. Yeah. There's a dog superhero. What is it about?
I think you just described it.
Shut up. Come on.
Except it's a gay film, and the character, go back to there was a picture that he just showed where one of the guys is fully naked. He's naked the whole film. So just FYI, that's a good one to bring mom to. I would say, you want to know what we do? I'll show you what we do. When I go over to the guy's place for dinner, this is what should be playing. This is what's playing.
I love that.
It's great.
So he's naked the whole movie.
The whole movie.
Okay. If that doesn't get you to go, I don't know what will.
Ticket sales should be at 100% pretty soon. Yeah.
For that. So no dogs.
Well, I don't remember the dogs. I was so busy looking at the
Schlong?
No, the cinematography.
Oh, the cinematography. Yeah. No, because that's why we go see a film.
Yeah.
Let's talk about one last film, and I will let you go. This is gonna close out our film festival. Yes. Jimpa. Am I saying that right, or is it Yimpa?
No, it's Jimpa because his name is Jim. He's a grandpa. He doesn't want to be called grandpa, so it's Jimpa.
Jimpa. Oh, I love that. Jimpa. Okay.
And he is played by John Lithgow.
That man has the faces. I mean, he's got...
I love him so much. He's done so many amazing roles, from Third Rock on the Sun to Dexter.
Well, exactly. When he was that Dexter character, when he was the killer, like, he played that so spot on that I never looked at him the same after that. Like,
I know. Isn't it amazing?
Scary looking. Like, he was made for that weird role, but then you see him somewhere else and he makes you laugh, and you're like,
I know.
Wait a minute. You're not supposed to make me laugh.
And kills you. But it's, it's funny you say that about actors, because I never looked at Robert De Niro the same way after I saw him in a killer movie, and I'm trying to remember the name of it right now, Cape Fear. After I saw him in Cape Fear, I just could never see him as any other role because it scared me so much. Same thing with Harry Connick Jr. When he was with Sigourney Weaver.
Oh, when he played a bad guy too. Yes.
Copycat.
Yes.
Oh, I still, Anthony Hopkins.
Oh.
All of them.
Creepy tiki.
So but try to push that out of your mind, because here's Jimpa, John Lithgow, not a killer, just a gay grandpa, and he is such a great actor. And one of the fun things about this film is, and also Olivia Colman is in that, if you've ever heard of her. She's an incredible Oscar-winning actress. She's the mother of a non-binary child.
In real life or in the movie?
No, in the movie.
Oh, okay.
And the kid wants to live with grandpa for a year. And so it's, the idea of, your child wants to not live with you for a whole year. You have that dynamic going on. Jimpa doesn't kind of know what to do with a kid around. He hasn't had a kid around since his daughter left the house. And, he's like full-blown gay now. His whole life revolves around it. He's HIV positive, which is interesting and adds a different element to it. And also just the dialogue of kids now versus John Lithgow's character, who's probably in his 70s, or he might even be 80. Just the conversational differences there. I mean, how do you deal with a 15-year-old these days? Do you guys even have the same vocabulary?
I don't like kids, so I stay the hell away from everybody under 20.
Under 20?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So you wouldn't even be able to hang out with any of Mark's boyfriends?
None. No, I like the present one, though.
Isn't he the best?
Yeah, he's the best. And he showed me his ID, so it's legit.
Oh, is it?
So it's
that
legit.
was a fake ID.
So it's legit.
That's a real ID? All right. I love Maureen, too. It's fake ID.
I love John Lithgow. And any time to see a straight character, I know that people have an issue with, gay actors should play gay roles, and all of that. And I'm not going to get into all that. I think that representation is key, however it looks,
I say hire the best actor for the job, vice versa. If it's a straight role and you want a gay actor to play it,
and go do it, but the importance of the film is something that you should not overlook, right? The intergenerational issues, right? Like I'm constantly telling, whenever I see like a senior event, I usually go to the director and go, hey, have you thought about mixing in some teenagers, right? Because there are some stories that those elders have that are no longer recorded because LGBTQ history is being erased, right? So how do we mend those two things? Yeah. So the non-binary kid in this film doesn't feel like he's walking through some muddled mess that we made, right? Yeah. And then John Lithgow is not looking at the kid going, you don't know what any of this is about. You want to be non-binary? Screw you. You know what I mean? Like that is so important to mesh those two generations together, like in everyday life, like they're doing in the film, Yes. And of course they have their ups and downs figuring their way through, as you do. And of course they eventually figure it out. It isn't, a tragedy. This is obviously a happy ending film. But why are you gonna spoil the ending? Everybody dies.
But I'd love, That's the sad thing with films that end in a flood. But it doesn't. It doesn't. It's a good one. But it's interesting what you said about learning from our elders too. There was a woman that I knew who was born in 1900, and she used to. Whenever she would start telling stories, I would always try to get as close to her and listen. She ended up passing away at 107, and I remember her telling a story about how when she was a kid, there were no cars on the road. Wow. And everyone drove around in horse and buggies, and then they started inventing cars, and then all the horses had to get off the roads. Can you imagine, hearing stories like that now? What are we going to tell our stories? And you're going to not believe this, kids, but the cars were on the street. Now they fly. Well, not really fly, but, I thought by now we'd already have them more fly. Come in your flying car? No. Came on my flying gay boy. I just get on his back. A twink doesn't work because he's too little and I'm too big, but I get like a bear. Yeah. It usually works really great. I hang on to the hair and I'm out. Oh, that you got, Yeah, you got something to hold on to. Yeah, that's smart. I love you, South Florida Bears. Before I let you go, tell me a party that we can't miss. One of the after parties that we can't miss. Okay, opening night. Course, okay. Do not miss opening night party. Yeah. But we also have a great women's and men's spotlight party that's mixed, and it's at J. Mark's. So they have great food right up the street. Yeah, it's great. We're going to take it over. It's going to be amazing cocktails, amazing food, and it's just supposed to be an amazing event. So get all the guys and the girls together. Let's do it. I love that. All right. So outshinefilm.com is where you get all your tickets, where you get all your information. Remind our viewers again when our festival starts and stops. October 16th. Starts on the 16th, ends on the 26th. We are in Miami, the first, Fort Lauderdale, the first 9 days of it, and then we end up in Miami for the last 3 days of it. So I guess 8 days and 3 days. There's a little overlapping, but it'll be fine. But if you go online, you'll figure it out yourself. Yeah, all right? But the important thing is that you can catch it in both cities. So if you don't feel like driving, that's fine. We got you. You know, come to one or come to the other. Or if you feel like going for a little road trip, you can catch both
It's not that
weekends.
far.
It's really not that far.
It's not that far. You
drove
you
up.
and me do it all the time.
Yeah.
Is it less mileage when it comes to lesbians, maybe?
Maybe we're just better drivers.
Well, that's a given. That's a given.
Yeah.
You know. So even as rainbow crosswalks fade and this festival will shine as a vibrant reminder that the LGBTQ plus spirit cannot be erased. Outshine Film Festival is South Florida's premier showcase for LGBTQ plus films, producing 2 annual large-scale festivals in South Florida. More info, like I said, at outshinefilm.com. Jennifer Criz in bed with me. Hope to have her again soon because I only see her once a year.
No, we're going to see each other all the time. All the time. That's what we're going to do.
Love her. I love her. Give them your best FayWhat.
FayWhat!
There it is. We'll be right back. Now let's kiki about what's going on in the LGBTQ plus community. I have a sidekick joining me in bed for our segment called Gay Boys Sleep Late. I'm joined by my gay guy pal, Jamal L. Starks. He's a model, spiritualist, wellness counselor, part of Queer Yoga Club Miami, an HIV activist with Impulse Group, and also sits on the Men of Color Advisory Board for Vive Healthcare. Let's not forget that he walks as sex siren in the House of Gorgeous Gucci. You can find him on Instagram at @porcelain. Good morning, Jamal, and welcome back to my bed, boo.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
You look good.
I'm really good.
You look good.
I've been resting for
I
like
was
a
gonna
month.
ask you,
Yeah.
like, I know that you needed to like kind of recluse and like
Yes.
kind of like, you know, take accountability to what you had done this
Yeah.
year thus far.
Yeah.
Mark off where you were and
Yeah.
where you weren't.
Yeah. Yep.
And so I didn't bother you, right? Because I'm like, that takes time. I ain't messing with that boy.
Yeah.
I know, you know, I mean, does that give you a recharge? I mean,
Yeah.
we're in October. So I know that you have different, like, you know, different times a year
We're
that
in
you do different
October.
things.
Say that again.
Oh, I know.
It's 2025. I honestly, my head is blown because
Well-
I'm like, whoa.
Well, because we sat in the same bed a year ago talking about
2 years
how
ago and 3 years ago,
well,
too.
that too. But talking about how 2025 was going to be such a I don't want to use the word
Transitional.
crazy. Thank you.
There we
That's a
go.
better way to say it, right?
Transitional.
But also nuts, right?
Yeah.
All at the same time. And that for most years, you have been able to say, I'm going to do this next.
Yeah.
Because of where the moon is at and what's going on with this and what's going on with that, I need to make sure to focus on this. And
Yeah.
then 2025 was coming and you were like, guess what? I don't know what the F to focus on this
Yeah.
year
Yeah.
because I'm not getting the same signs that I usually have years
Mm-hmm.
past. I'm saying this out loud. So one, you know that I listen
yeah.
when you talk. And two, to go, okay, so you've taken this month of acknowledgement,
Yeah.
of intentionally setting these next steps. Where are you at?
You know, the funny thing is, my focus, actually, all that work that was being done all those years, all of the things focused on, blah, 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 all of those things have come to roost and manifest in 2025. And so, actually, the focus has been on myself.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah,
And
so that makes sense.
Yeah, so taking that time back for myself in September, and it was funny because I was supposed to start aerospace science school in the aviation program, and it pushed back to the middle of it's tomorrow. I start tomorrow. And so I was like, what do I do for a month besides teach yoga? You know, what do I do? And Spirit was like, calm down. You've done a lot. And through that entire month, I've been recognizing how much I've done over the last few years and where I've gotten. And I was like, oh, you have accomplished. So I have this whole goal book, y'all. It's written out till 2030 of all the things I want to accomplish and the time frames that I want to. And I've accomplished everything right up until the point, right on target, right on to the dates too.
Holy crap. That's
Yes.
fantastic.
Yeah, I got my meteorology degree, doing yoga,
Doing
teaching
the aviation
doing
now.
aviation now.
And mind you, these are all things that Jamal was like, I'm never going to have time to get this done. I'm not going to have the passion or the focus to be able to.
Yeah.
Right. And here we are talking about it
And
in
they're all
2025 and they're all done.
Yeah.
You know?
So now my new focus is just me.
Okay.
Because all the things are done.
Yeah.
So now my new focus is just
I love that.
Me.
And to folks at home again, so you know how we talk about like, you know, oh, January, you got to change this, you got to change that, the middle of the year, blah, blah, blah. There is no time for that, right? Spirit will tell you when it's time. And that's basically what's happening.
Because everybody has their own seasons, you know? Everybody has their own seasons of when they do things or how they focus.
Well, and also you need to finish what you're, sometimes you need to finish, you gotta finish what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I have straight friends that are like, I'll never find somebody. I'm like, how about if you think about the fact that your boo right now is taking care of some shit.
Right.
And you don't want him or them right now because trust me, they gotta take care of their shit.
And you're supposed to be taking care of your shit.
Exactly.
Too. You're supposed to be taking care of your shit. You said you wanted to, you know, finish your degree.
To catch that man or catch that perfect relationship. What are you doing for you to make yourself the better partner?
Maybe you need some more downtime for yourself. Maybe you need some therapy. Maybe you just need to go explore certain things or dibble dabble in certain situationships or friendships or relationships in order to prepare you for whoever that boo is out there.
Okay, so what did I get from that? I got that, folks, you guys, first of all, need a goal book. Get a goal book quick, right? And the beautiful thing about that is that you can write the most outlandish things that you think might never happen, right? One, you'd be surprised by the fact that some will come true, but two, putting that intention and energy on paper does something, you know? And then to go back and see what you've accomplished is amazing, to put a little check mark next to them. Now, a goal book, I'm saying from try to talk to your mom once a week, right? It could be goals like that. You know?
Did we have this conversation? I have wrote down my little goals was like to get up at sunrise and start my day with the gym or beach sunrise or prayer or just something a little bit earlier than what I usually did.
Yeah.
And now I'm accomplishing that.
Exactly.
And it's all falling into place. Everything is just like falling into place, like these little tiny details.
Yeah.
And it's funny when you go back and look at that goal book, you're thinking like back when you wrote the stuff down, this is crazy. This is crazy.
This ain't never gonna happen.
Yeah. Or what am I talking about?
Yeah.
What am I, even if you're writing your feelings down, like journaling your feelings, and then when you go back, you're like, this was all like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like you start comparing, you're like, whoa,
Yeah.
the things make sense.
They
now.
make sense. And even that little thing of change has a reaction to make something else happen.
Yeah.
So you saying, which I'm never going to do, wake up at sunrise every day, right? For whatever reason, that put into motion something else that needed to happen to make other things on that goal book happen. You know what I mean? I know your minds are blown and we got to get on to topics, but there's your goal for today, right? Start a goal book, write your stuff down, all right? Because trust, you're going to come back to it and go, I am that bitch. I am that person. I am that they, them. I am enough.
That's a good focus for the rest of 2025.
All right. There you go.
Faye just gave it to you.
Focus. The rest of 2025. Let's Kiki on this interesting story. So Taylor Swift's new album, The Life of a Showgirl, that I have been listening from beginning to end because, yes, I am that crazy white girl sometimes. It just dropped, okay? And Swifties are losing their wigs, especially over one track that's giving an unexpected sapphic energy, let's just say, right? The song, Actually Romantic, is rumored to be a diss track aimed at Charli XCX after her brat era jabbed the pop titan. But instead of clapping back, Taylor might have accidentally written the gayest song of her career. The bridge, flirty. The lyrics, thirsty. The vibes, unhinged camp. Fans want to know if she is shading Charli or shooting her shot. Either way, Miss Swift just said, quote, "No man has ever loved me like you do," end quote. Taylor Swift drops her gayest diss yet. What are we all talking about? Have you?
Okay. Well, I love this. Full exposure. You know, I'm not a Swiftie, so I have never heard one Taylor Swift song.
Okay.
And
from the new album.
From any album.
You know the songs.
I don't know the songs. Okay. Honestly, I don't know the song.
If they played a song, you would know it, but you would not know that she sang it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Right?
Let's say that.
Okay. Okay.
Let's say that.
Okay. All right. Okay. I love me some Charli XCX. So anybody going, even I love Taylor Swift. So if they're having like a
So is this like a lesbian diss? Is this like sexual tension diss?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's lovely. Because I've always thought of Taylor Swift as just like, you know,
pure, like Snow White,
like bland,
like
Like
Oh
below
God,
me.
hold on. Elimination Onyx, I adore you. He used to call white people mayonnaise.
Yes, there you go, mayo.
And again,
but mayo tastes good.
And
in
we
certain
love
ways.
mayo.
Yeah,
Wait a
we
minute,
love
no,
mayo.
no, and with some ketchup, it's fantastic.
Yeah, and on fries.
Don't get it twisted, but the definition is kind of like,
Just
beige,
yeah,
or
no
like
seasoning.
it just kind of blends in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So but I mean, this seems like a little spicy.
There is a little spice
She
to
put
it.
a little paprika in it.
Well, and you know that when we have stars that we love and they're going through a heartbreak or a broken heart, they write better songs,
Yeah,
right?
they do.
Adele, like,
Because you go in deep, you get to get it all out.
and then when people are in love, it goes to shit,
yeah. Yeah.
So I think that Taylor Swift is one of the smartest business women I've ever met, to be up there and be able to go toe to toe with Beyonce.
Her family
Okay,
has a lot to do with that.
she plays every instrument. She writes all her shit. I expected this.
And her family keeps her grounded.
Somebody needs to.
Yeah, I did watch the Taylor Swift documentary, and
Does that make any sense to you, folks? This is Jamal for you, okay? This explains it for you, all right?
because I want to know who people are. I'm very interested in who people are.
Yeah.
Like Beyonce's career is it's because she's grounded because of the family.
Because of her family also.
Family
Yeah. Yep.
Usually you have these big stars and they don't have no grounding.
Nope.
And so
Britney Spears, a hot mess. Yeah.
because her family's a mess.
Yeah,
right?
exactly,
So,
exactly.
right.
I mean, we ain't lying, right?
But I love Britney. Don't.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, this is great. Like, there's some seasoning. They done got into the kitchen. Miss Taylor Swift is cooking.
But I think that she has to. That was my point.
Yeah, there's
you know
no
what I
other
mean?
point. Yeah.
Because like, we love when she's heartbroken. We love when she's writing songs for little girls, it seems. You know what I mean? Like, for what they've gone through and all that
Right.
kind of stuff. But then, sometimes we don't like our stars when they're in love. So what is she going to do? I think this is smart.
Yeah.
Do a lesbian twist, right? And then there's another song called Wood, where supposedly it's all about her man's penis and how large it is,
Oh, great.
And like,
Wonderful.
so she's getting,
She's getting spicy.
She's getting spicy.
She's getting in the lazy Susan and using her spices.
she's using her
She's using her spices.
She's using her spices, and we are here for it. All right. Is she going after Charlie XCX for the Brat Summer and it maybe taking a dig at her? I don't see her as doing that. I think that people always want to put female stars against each other.
But I mean, that's a good marketing strategy. Like you were saying, like business wise, it's a good marketing strategy. To spice it up a little bit.
Yeah.
People want to make it hot.
100%.
We want to see a little boom boom.
100%. And when you mention somebody like Charlie XCX and you are a person that thinks that Taylor Swift is vanilla, this might make you go check out the song.
Yeah.
You know
because
what I mean?
it makes it a little bit, because Charlie XCX is
She just
way
made it more
edgy.
brown.
Yeah,
She just made it a little brown.
Exactly. Like, I would love to see some. I like to see the edginess.
You know what I mean? Like, now talk about Doechii.
Oh,
Because that would be a
girl, you don't want to do that.
Because she'll come at you. She'll
come
come back to you.
Have you heard that lady's mouth? Have you heard that?
And I love
lady's
every
mouth?
second of it. Like,
Oh,
I
God.
fall more. Okay, so I first even heard of Doechii from this man.
Oh, I'm
Okay?
a Doechii fan.
And probably like 2 years ago. It had been some time before anybody else was
And
really
I was
talking
put on
about
by
her.
my then 19-year-old cousin before she even came out on her mixtape from Tampa.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Okay, and then like I fell for her heart, fell for her music even more. I mean, anxiety. I mean, we all like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
is
yeah,
like
yeah.
that's the narrative of our lives right now. You know what I mean? But then to go on and be the outspoken person she is,
Yeah.
right? To not put no qualms about who she loves and who she doesn't love, who
Yeah.
represents her, who doesn't represent her, blah. And her music is just amazing. So
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
she really, for me, marks all the check marks. She represents in such a beautiful way. When she goes to an award show, she looks flawless.
Yeah.
But still holds on to her own style.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
She's
Like-
very authentic in her lane.
When somebody,
Whatever lane she's creating for herself,
It's hers.
at such a young age
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
She's only now 25, 26. So for such a young age to be so grounded in your authenticity, that's commendable.
that is commendable. And this is an important conversation for our LGBTQ plus community. Help us tell these important stories by liking and subscribing to the FayWhat Show. Next, let's Kiki on this interesting story. So Governor Gavin Newsom's press team just dragged the GOP harder than Bad Bunny's heels at the 2026 Super Bowl. After MAGA folks lost it over the Puerto Rican superstar performing, calling him satanic for once dressing in drag, Newsom's office clapped back with chef's kiss shade. They tweeted a photo of J.D. Vance in a wig from his Yale days, mocking his outrage. Then they told another conservative, quote, "Benny, calm down. We all know you listen to Bad Bunny, LOL," end quote. Honestly, the halftime show hasn't even started and the California governor's social team has already won. Newsom roast MAGA over Bad Bunny. What are we all talking about?
Well, I'm really happy that Governor Gavin Newsom. Like that's like a tongue thing.
Yeah, say that three times.
Exactly. Governor Gavin Newsom is like fighting fire with fire now. I've been waiting for somebody to take the claws off and just go ham. Go off. Because these people don't care.
No.
They don't have no,
because they have money and they're white. And I don't mean to be awful by saying that, but they're allowed, if anybody's going to go after a Trump, it has to be someone with money
it gotta be
up
y'all.
to his caliber.
It's gotta be y'all.
Like,
it gotta be y'all. And this whole Bad Bunny thing is just the weirdest situation ever. It's the weirdest situation ever.
When they first announced that, I was like, I thought I was
People are calling it un-American, and I'm like, the man is Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
That's in America. It's so funny, the idiocracy that exists in America. It just baffles me.
Yeah.
Like, I literally heard someone say in my ears, my personal ears, that Puerto Rico wasn't a part of America and they aren't American citizens. It was the weirdest thing.
It was the weirdest thing, and I've heard that also. Again, I'm half Puerto Rican, right?
I'm like, you're Puerto Rican.
So, and mind you, not that I'm worried about, that I'm not worried about ICE maybe picking me up, because trust me, I am here in South Florida. But, I've had to school people, and when I've told people this, that, you are able to come here and vote, you are an American citizen if you come here, no issue, no visa, no green card, no nothing. And I've had people reply, "Are you sure?"
That's so weird.
Like, my own family has not had to do anything else to stay in this country because they're American.
They're American.
And they vote every year and do what they have to do,
I bet you these people don't even know Guam or Hawaii or Alaska is a part of America.
They probably don't. They probably don't. Look, it's weird. Again, Rihanna has done the halftime show.
She's not American.
She's not American. U2 has done the halftime show. They're not American. And I can go on and on and on.
It's
The Weeknd, so many people that have done the halftime show that are not American. And it's not the first time he's on a halftime show. He was on the halftime show with Shakira a couple of years back. He doesn't have to do this.
No, nobody has to do the halftime.
Nobody has to do this. So now
they volunteer. They actually
they don't pay you.
They don't
pay you to do the halftime show, which is something most people don't know. When J.Lo did it, none of that. They don't pay you for that. So it's just now they're trying to do another show to go against the halftime show.
That's weird. Why do we have to do all of this?
Just go wash the dishes during that time. I mean, that's what does it matter? Why do a whole other show? But I mean, if you're gonna do it, go right ahead and do it, because the reality is that Bad Bunny is gonna break every record known to man on Super Bowl Sunday.
He is.
And he's going to do it. And I'm just hoping that my list is taken care of. I hope that he dresses in drag. I hope that he kisses another guy. I hope that he only speaks in Spanish the whole entire time.
Yep. All the things. And all of it from an American person. An American.
All right. Yeah. This is an important conversation for our LGBTQ community. Help us tell these important stories by liking and subscribing to the FayWhat Show. Next, let's Kiki on this interesting story. So J.Lo, Miss Jennifer Lopez, is stepping into her new era, one that's glittering with queerness and Latino representation. In an interview with CBS Sunday Morning, J.Lo shared how her upcoming film, Kiss of the Spider-Woman, is more than any film. She said, quote, "This movie is very personal for me. I have people in my family who are part of the queer community. I know how important it is for them to see characters like that," end quote. With 3 Latino leads, the film celebrates resilience, humanity, and love that transcends appearances.
This movie is very personal for me. I have people in my family who are part of the queer community, and when I understand the representation and seeing Rita Moreno and what that did for my life, I know how important it is for them to see characters like that.
Yeah.
And characters that are strong and resilient and beautiful and full of love. And where another character, who Diego plays, who is a straight cis man, revolutionary, tough guy,
Yeah.
can fall in love and really see the humanity. That doesn't matter what the outer shell is, it matters who you are inside. And you can see the humanity in another person. That pure love is something I think is so important right now.
You think that's the theme at the end of the day for this?
I do.
The film is based on the 1993 Broadway musical adaptation of the 1976 novel and delves into queer romance. It is already in theaters, and I am looking forward to seeing it, actually. J.Lo's new film celebrates queer and Latino love. What are we all talking about? You don't like J.Lo.
No, I actually do like J.Lo. I just don't think she can sing. That's the only thing. She's very talented.
She's a great dancer.
Actress as well. Love all the films. I love J.Lo as a person. She just can't sing. Like that. I don't want to hear her sing. That's it.
Yeah, that's the
and I
problem.
love her.
Yeah.
But Chelsea, oh God, I can't remember her name, but she's a big influencer and actress. And she said, you know why I love J.Lo? And this is her last movie, that One Love or something from Amazon that she produced her whole self, and now she's doing this. No matter what, you can't tell J.Lo no. She just does it.
She does it.
And I love it.
Yeah.
She's in Delulu land and she just does it. That's resilience. And I love it.
That
and
is.
I love her for that.
That is resilience. It's true. Like, well, I'm trying to remember, and correct me if I'm wrong. She was going on tour, and then she canceled the tour because they were saying because she had just gotten a divorce from, alcoholic guy.
Yeah, Anthony.
What?
No, not Mark Anthony. No,
No, not Mark Anthony. The last guy, the Goodwill Hunting guy.
Yeah, him. Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck. Okay.
Yeah.
She was getting over that mess, right? And so she canceled the tour, but the rumors were that she wasn't selling enough tickets for the tour to continue, right? Rumors. We don't know, speculation,
Right.
You know what I mean? You're also dealing with, we've all had that one person in our life, that one, boyfriend, girlfriend, they, them, whatever, that was toxic, yet we still took them back and tried thinking that it would be different the following time. And that is kind of what it seems like from the outside when it comes to J.Lo and Ben Affleck. And he was, his company produced this film or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's nice that that they're still able to be
They asked her
friendly.
about that, too.
And what did she say?
She said, "Oh, you're funny." She's like, "You're gonna go there," but she said that they're still friends, And as a good friend, he helped produce this, and I love that. They have that camaraderie and that friendship, and not something that's completely toxic. And I'm happy that they did this type of film. A queer love film. This is beautiful.
No, I love that. And the Latino representation, Diego's an incredible actor as well.
Yeah.
She looks amazing. They made her platinum blonde, which I was very surprised about because it's hard to pull that off like that, right?
I mean, the one thing that you can't make J.Lo look is bad.
Ever.
Even in Enough, when she was getting her ass kicked and she had all the bruises and stuff, I was like, you still want to bang that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
She's gorgeous, talented woman, except for vocals. I'm sorry, baby.
That's it. And guess what?
sorry.
She's Puerto Rican, so she's American! Just a little reminder from the FayWhat
From
show.
the Bronx.
From the Bronx.
From the Bronx.
And this is an important conversation for our LGBTQ plus community. Help us tell these important stories by liking and subscribing to the FayWhat show. Here at the FayWhat show, we need to help my gay boys. In our segment called Dear FayWhat, I provide my expert lesbian knowledge and my vast experience as a living, breathing gay boy in a lesbian's body to help my fellow gay boys. This week, Too Broke to Vogue sent me an email. Sorry, it's just I love these emails. Thank you so much for sending them to me. You don't understand how much I appreciate them, but I appreciate even more how they're usually signed because it's just always so on point. So Too Broke to Vogue sent an email. All right. Dear FayWhat, first off, let me just say my boyfriend and I adore you. We never miss your show. You're like the fairy godmother of gay logic. All right. And honestly, we need some right now. All right. So here's the tea. We are pop concert broke. Like deep in debt, credit cards maxed out, savings gone, Venmo requests ignored. Kind of broke. But how could we not go? How could we not be though? It's been Madonna, Dua Lipa, Gaga, Kylie, Beyonce, Karol G, and Taylor Swift all in 1 year. It felt like gay history in real time. Now we're trying to get serious about having kids one day, but those ticket stubs are haunting us like ghost torch merch. We know we need to rein it in, but how do we say no to our favorite divas when they keep announcing world tours? Is it wrong to want both a family and floor seats? Please, Faye, help us dance our way back to financial sanity. Love, too broke to Vogue. You know, I thought about this in the past because I got broke friends, right, that are broke. Like, they can't pay when we go out to eat, but they're at floor seats for Lady Gaga, and I'm not. And I'm not.
Yeah. I know somebody who sold their, true story, who sold their dining room furniture to go see Beyonce. and they have kids. And you know what they told everybody? Them kids could eat on paper plates in the floor out by the Beyonce's Renaissance tour comes what time?
Comes first. Sorry. There's no Thanksgiving this year. F the table.
She literally said, F the table. She did. She sold the dining room furniture to go see Beyonce. Now, I have my own personal perspective of concerts.
Okay.
Number one, I'm not a fan of large crowds. That's just a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, I've gone to concerts, but I've never paid for not one. I've seen Ricky Martin. We saw Ricky Martin. I saw,
I mean, you could taste his sweat when he saw Ricky Martin. That's what I was saying. But anyway.
What's her name? Mary J. Blige. I've seen a bunch of people. I've never seen Beyonce in concert, but I've always received tickets or given away tickets.
Yeah.
Isn't that it? And it's always a scheduling conflict, and I've always had to give the tickets away. But at this point in my life, you know, in the 40s, and got a house and a car and dogs and bills, you just have to grow up at some point.
Yeah.
That's it. You just have to grow up, and you have to make financially balanced decisions. And now I'm not saying that you're financially immature, but I'm saying at some point you have to grow up.
Yeah.
Like all of that in 1 year, that's a lot.
It is a lot.
Of money.
It is a lot.
Do you know how much money we spent to send somebody to see Lady Gaga in the nosebleed section?
Up in the 300s? How much?
Oh, yeah.
How much each ticket? I don't even want to know, do I?
$417.
Each ticket?
Yes. I couldn't find anything less.
$850?
$850 to give away. Wow. Nosebleeds. And Beyonce she was bad, but she wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Lady Gaga, Madonna
was just
Karol
ridiculous.
G, like
ridiculous.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Ridiculous amounts of money.
Ridiculous.
But I mean, if those are the things that bring you moments of joy and happiness, and I mean, you guys do have the memories, but at some point you gotta grow up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, make a choice, right? Maybe this is you growing up. Maybe you love to go see concerts and you don't have the kids, right? You know, I would do like a concert cleanse, boo. Right? I learned that from you, the cleanse. A concert cleanse, like pick one diva and only see the one diva for 1 year. See if you can do it, right? I've seen a lot of concerts in live stream, on YouTube and big screens. It ain't the same, I know, but my credit card's not failing me. My credit card's not over its limit. I'm not trying to figure out what to pay. Those interests are a lot on those credit cards. So what you're really paying on those tickets are skyrocketed. And you mentioned every diva that anybody likes. You didn't even stay home for one.
No, and you also have to enact some other sort of like other things where, like on Tuesdays, you know, the concert tickets are go to the box office in order to buy the tickets instead of resale. You know, see if you can enter into, like, hello, Impulse Group Miami. We're always giving away tickets if you come get tested.
That's true.
Always.
Yeah.
I'm always looking for tickets.
And that puts you in for a raffle, and then you win the tickets.
And then you win the tickets.
And again,
And
Lady
a lot
Gaga.
of, yeah. So like you have to implement other ways if you want to get serious about doing things like starting a family and kids. Kids are expensive, baby. You cannot, you can't be Beyonceing and Gagaing and Shadooping when you got mouths to feed.
Yeah, when you got hospital bills to pay. You
Yeah,
know, like,
you never know. Kids come with a lot of miscellaneous
Kids
costs.
need shit. That's why I don't want them. They
Me
need
too.
things. Like, they need a bunch of things. And if you're thinking about, if you got a husband and he's thinking about kids, then you probably got to get serious on it, right?
You have
because
to.
if you sat down to write this lengthy email to us, right? Obviously, it's been an issue for a little bit now. You know, like, financial is one of the main reasons couples break up.
Yeah. Yes.
So, I mean, you get to a certain age when you're spending $1,000 to go see Lady Gaga, but you know that I really need a new car. I'm gonna have some resentments, baby, and it's gonna get into and it's not gonna be the angry sex that you like. Yes, I'm talking to you, Teresa. No, I'm joking. Keep writing and sending your questions over to FayWhat@happeningout.com because we really love them. Thank you. All right. And this is an important conversation for our LGBTQ plus community. Help us tell these important stories by liking and subscribing to the FayWhat Show. Next, I want to get our week started by telling you some things that are really important to me. It's FayWhat's on my mind. So October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and this one is close to my heart, as you folks know. On March 6, 2021, I had a double mastectomy. Something I never thought I'd experience. But because of early detection, I'm here today, sitting right here, strong, grateful, and loud about the importance of checking yourself early. Please do it. Don't wait. Don't assume it can't happen to you because you're a boy, because you're assuming wrong. And yes, that means you, okay? If you got history in your family, you got to check yourself out, okay? Breast cancer doesn't care who you are. It affects us all. When I think back on that time, what I remember most isn't the fear, it's the love. My family, friends, my church, Unity on the Bay, surrounded me with so much strength. My AA support also showed up every single day, watering my plants, bringing me food, making me laugh, walking my dogs, and reminding me that healing doesn't happen alone, all right? So people prayed for me, and I felt those prayers. And my wife, Teresa, my private nurse, my researcher, my peace when I had none, thank you so much for being the best nurse ever. And I loved it even more when you wore the little nurse outfit. Anyway, but she found the answers when I couldn't, you know? She loved me through every stage, fear, pain, and finally recovery. I'm also forever grateful to the Sylvester Cancer Institute, whose care, compassion, and expertise carried me safely through. I know now how lucky I am to be here. So this month, I honor those we've lost, those still fighting, and those just finding out. You're not alone, and I'm especially honored to be hosting the Breast Cancer Awareness Month Gallery Exhibition at Arts United Gallery, 2401 North Dixie Highway, Wilton Manors, Florida, on October 18th. That's this Saturday, starting at 7 p.m. The evening will feature incredible artists who have gone through breast cancer, sharing their stories through art, hope, and healing. It's going to be a night of strength, beauty, and community, and I would love to see you all there. Please take this as your reminder. Schedule that mammogram, do that self-exam, and check on your loved ones, okay? Early detection truly saves lives. It saved mine. So that's it. That's the FayWhat Show. I hope that you had fun. Thank you so much to Jennifer Chris from Outside Film Festival for getting in bed with me today. And, of course, my main man, Jamal Starks. Say goodbye. He's so cute. Yeah, we really do go off on some tangents.
Yeah, we do.
Okay. And you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way. Say you too.
Me too.
All right, good. You know, I'm really passionate about trying to connect the L and the G in our LGBTQ plus community. Sometimes it's hard for us girls, but if we believe we are one strong community, then we must support all the letters of our LGBT and Q plus. We open every show with a nod to Mary Tyler Moore and That Girl's Marlo Thomas. This show is dedicated to a strong LGBTQ plus community. I just encourage you to be a little bit kinder, a little bit funnier, and to embrace our tremendous diversity. It's what makes us so damn strong. Until then, make sure you follow me on all social media outlets, Facebook, IG, Blue Sky, TikTok, and YouTube. Follow FayWhat. Until next Tuesday at 9 a.m. live or anytime on demand. I'm FayWhat, and I am #ThatGirl. I wish you a week full of sunshine and rainbows. Please consider fostering or adopting a pet in need. Love you. Stay gay.
Rainbows, gay boys, #that girl. Sunbeams, drag queens, L word. that girl, the girl of all our dreams. She's everything that every girl should be. FayWhat, South Beach, hashtag that girl. Pride-filled tea dance Wilton is that girl. Latina, but she's universal too.